Hello artists, welcome back. Got a new video for you this week. Our topic is shape. If you haven't had a chance to do so yet, please go to our website, it'll be in the comments below, and review shape before getting started.
Supplies that I'll be using today: paper, pencil, eraser, crayons, and markers. Alright, so we are going to use the American Sign Language alphabet to find our initials of our name. So your first letter of your first name, the first letter of your last name, and it's going to be two hands or a hand gesture. So you may want to hold your paper horizontally. I want you to practice doing those letters with your hands before you start drawing, and then we're going to really talk about shape. So my first letter is A. It looks like this, like a closed fist and the thumb up. And I'm just gonna kind of look at my hand and see what kind of shapes I can pull out of it. So I see a circle here for the heel of my thumb, a rectangle here, a triangle here, rectangles, kind of a semicircle here for the rounded edge, and that goes for each finger. And this whole, if I were to imagine my palm, it would be kind of like a crooked rectangle, or even a 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and I'm gonna draw those basic shapes really, really lightly all the way to one side so that I have room for another hand. So I could either be making that letter with my other hand while I draw, or I could be looking at the picture of the hand. I think I'm gonna do it. I like drawing from real objects instead of pictures. So I'm gonna make the letter with my left hand and draw with my right hand. So that first shape I was talking about, you've got kind of 1, 2, kind of like a pentagon. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cool. That circle I was talking about, it's kind of like the heel of your thumb. It's kind of like an ovally circle. Okay. And then I have a small rectangle for this middle digit on my thumb. So all your fingers, no matter what angle they're in, they're going to be broken down into little segments. So here I can only see those two rectangles, but depending on how your hand is formed, right, you're going to see different parts. So really just break it down into shapes. Pretend it's not a hand anymore. Now that triangle is actually kind of crooked. Notice I'm drawing lightly and I'm going right on top of my lines. I'm letting them cross over. That's okay. Now my thumb goes higher than my pointer, so I know I'm going to start this down here. Do them as ovals first. 1, starts to get lower and lower, almost like steps. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this one may be a little longer. Maybe I'll go back and add fingertips. And I'm gonna add a wrist, so we'll do like a smaller rectangle to the arm. Okay, now this doesn't look like a hand yet, but we use shapes to get the basic form of the hand. And now we're gonna go back and add detail. So now I can see I kind of have an angle off my pinky here. And this isn't a perfectly straight line, so I'm gonna go back and kind of curve it out a little. Okay, I have lines here. It's about going back and getting rid of the lines you don't need anymore and adding the ones you do need. So you can see a little more of my hand in between my fingers. This isn't quite as pointy, it kind of rounds. And you're gonna go through and keep doing that. Find the lines you do need and get rid of the lines you do not. Add a little more detail here. Okay, so really I don't have all these tiny lines inside, right? Okay. Now I'm gonna go add the details. Okay, so it's not gonna be perfect. You're just doing your best. You can add some details to it if you want. You can add bracelets if you like to wear bracelets. You can add rings. If you have a ring, you probably only see the very top of it. Okay? So that's how you go from basic shapes to a more detailed design. Now I got to do the last one. The last one is H. So it looks like this. So I'm still gonna break it down into simple shapes. So I still see that oval. I see that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pentagon like my palm. Ovals or rectangles for each finger. Same thing, okay? So I'm gonna draw that. I can go higher if I want. I can go lower. All right. A lot of these letters are movement letters, like the letter Z is going like that, or the letter J is actually curling. To show that motion, you could draw lines in the background doing the motion right near your frozen hand. So if I were to do Z, instead of drawing a bunch of hands in the motion of the Z, I would do one, and then in the background draw the Z. Kind of like how it shows you in the alphabet. So I'm going back to what I gotta do. I gotta do an H. Probably gonna put it right up here. Want to make it about the same size. Again, I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just looking for your best effort. When you're done with pencil, then you can trace and erase. Now, I don't even have that many different colors to choose from. Your colors do not have to be realistic. You can have rainbow hands if you want, or purple hands, whatever you want. But I want you to trace in marker, erase your pencil lines, and then if you want to color it in, you can. You don't have to color it in. Here, because I'm coloring all the parts that would be in shadow, like the edges and anywhere where the fingers are overlapping, a little darker than the rest. You can, of course, add as much or as little as you'd like. You can keep going with the coloring. You can add more details and lines in the background. Or you could just keep it simple, black and white with your hands. As long as you started with shape, then went back and added detail, then went back and erased what you didn't need, and kind of went over what you did need. Make it a little darker so it's easier to see. I know this is a difficult project, but you can do it. I've seen your work all year long. Just, it's gonna take a lot of effort and patience, okay? Good luck. I can't wait to see what you come up with. And don't forget to send me a picture.